Well, most people know about my passion and my love of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and just about as many people know about my strong relationship with Window World. And when the Centennial Air came along, I wanted to try to figure out how to put the two together, sort of to celebrate the moment. And hence, the Stinger was born in May 2011. The Stinger commemorates the first 100 years of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. It's a modern day interpretation of the 1911 Indianapolis 500 winning car, the Marmon Wasp. And the cool thing about the Stinger is it's painted exactly in the same color as the Marmon Wasp. We know because we got the paint code from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway Museum. It's got the 32, which is the famous number of the Marmon Wasp. It also has black stripes over the engine cowling that represent the leather straps on the Marmon Wasp engine cover, the black nose, the radiator, the red pinstriping. We wanted to get every detail right. And with that, obviously, the number 100. The one thing that was really missing was what could we do with the Stinger to create a better purpose? And in came St. Jude. They were the missing link. And both Window World and Indianapolis Motor Speedway support children's causes. And obviously, St. Jude is that perfect fit. We wanted to create some additional value of the Stinger, so we peppered the drivers' names all the way up to 2011 over the car, and we asked every driver to put their signature adjacent to their name. With 274 names on the Stinger, we wanted to separate the winners from the starters, so we put the winners over the engine cowling, except for one, and that's A.J. Foyt. He's at the front. There was a final piece of the puzzle that we need to fill in, and we wanted to find somebody with the enthusiasm and appreciate the excitement, the knowledge of not only fast cars, but the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, but most importantly, had the same passion for carrying, and in came Dana Meekum. And Dana is not only the final piece, but obviously the perfect partner. We're here today to honor, the history of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway with the Stinger, and to speak more about the history in the Centennial Air, we have Doug Bowles, the president of Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
Thank you, John. This is a pretty cool moment. 4 years ago, when John brought this project to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway with Window World, we were excited as a way to celebrate what was then the 100th anniversary of the first Indianapolis 500 in 1911. This year, we're actually having the 100th running of the Indianapolis 500. We had a couple of years during World War I and 3 years during World War II when we didn't run the 500, so that's why the hundreds don't sync up. But it's pretty cool that we started this 100th project with Window World and John in 2011, and we're here 4 years later as we're getting really close to the 100th running of the Indianapolis 500 in 2016. So we're excited to be here, and all the work that you've done and that Tammy and everybody at Window World has done. You start thinking about the Indianapolis Motor Speedway and the Indianapolis 500, there's not a lot better ambassadors than the Andretti family. And having John take this project on with Tammy and the folks at Window World has been fantastic. It's pretty neat that over the 100 years, we've had about 750 drivers run the Indianapolis 500. Almost a third of those names actually exist on this car right now. There's nothing like this in the world that captures the Indianapolis Motor Speedway and the Indianapolis 500's essence. The men and women who risked their lives over those 100 years to run and maybe get a chance to drink the milk in Victory Lane, a third of them exist on this car. It's a one piece that you can't find anywhere else, and we're thrilled to partner with the folks at Window World, as well as the folks at Meekum Auto Auctions, and really be able to bring this to folks. And at some point in time, we think that folks will be carrying this forward, just like the current Marmon Wasp that won the race 100 years ago. So we're excited to be here and be part of this.
Thank you, Doug. And Window World is all about fun and caring, and certainly a Stinger provides both of those aspects. One of the things I want to ask you, Tammy, we have Tammy Whitworth, the chairman and CEO of Window World. What got you to want to be involved with the Stinger, agree to do the project, and also give us a little bit more details about the car, like how many drivers have signed?
Thank you, John. As you know, you came up with the idea of this beautiful beast of the car, and since its inception, it has truly been a labor of love for our entire Window World family. After the unveil in Indy, the car started making the thousands of miles all across the country to races, all kinds of events, museums, and along the way, we actually got 245 signatures of these legendary IndyCar drivers along the way, and now they are memorialized in this beautiful car that is our monument to help others in need, particularly our kids. So far, we've raised a little over $50,000 for with donations and for events related to the Stinger, which brings our Window World total up to a little over $4.8 million that we have donated to St. Jude, to the kids of St. Jude. But you know, the journey doesn't end here. We call it the Stinger Spirit, and we're also passionate about it. But it doesn't end here. It is going to be racing now to an upcoming Mecum auction, where when the gavel falls, every penny of the sale price will go to the kids of St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Every penny.
Thank you, Tammy. Well, obviously, the next step in the progression is St. Jude. And St. Jude, as we know, we have with us today Jeff Pearson, who's the CFO of St. Jude, to talk about the relationship between St. Jude and Window World. And basically, St. Jude has been such a conduit of bringing people together. They brought the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, Window World, and Mecum Auctions together. But we'd like you to talk a little bit about the relationship between St. Jude and Window World.
Thank you, John. It's an honor for me to be here to represent St. Jude as we are beginning the process with the Stinger campaign. But I just want to thank Tammy, first of all, for the support that she's given us over the years. They became a partner of ours in 2008, and as she just mentioned, over that course of time, they've raised over $4.8 million for the kids of St. Jude. And Window World does it in a very unique way. Many of the things that they do is throughout the year. It's one of the things that makes them special. Their sales force keeps St. Jude in front of their customers day after day. In every sales call they have, they bring up St. Jude and they talk about the love that they have for St. Jude. And that's the way you can raise that kind of money over really the relatively short period of time. $4.8 million in 6-7 years is an amazing total. But they also provide sponsorships for us. They do events for us around the country. They are a big part of our Give Thanks Walk, our annual Give Thanks Walk. But the one thing that I think really depicts Window World and St. Jude is the holiday party they throw for our kids every year during the holiday season. It's one of the most special days on the St. Jude campus, and it's really special for our kids and their families, especially those who are in a position where they can't go home during the holiday season. Window World makes the holidays special for these really special families, and we can't thank Tammy and the Window World enough for all that they do for us. And now with John and Doug and Dana bringing the Stinger campaign along with Window World to us, this is a really exciting thing for us. One of the most unique things that has happened in fundraising for St. Jude. And as we go through the next 4 months, increasing the momentum, increasing the awareness around the Stinger campaign, all of us are going to get a chance to take one step closer to Danny Thomas's dream, our founder, that no child die in the dawn of life.
And certainly, last but not least, the glue that brings it all together, the one that's going to make it all happen, and truly has become one of my favorite people. I've got to come to the Mecum auction, enjoy, and see all that happens here. I mean, it's thrilling. It's when you're talking about 10 days of excitement from beginning to end, I just get enthralled by it. And not only that, I'm so honored and we're privileged and blessed to be a part of Mecum Auctions and have them as a partner to make all this happen. And with us today is Dana Mecum, who is all of Mecum Auctions, the president of Mecum Auctions.
I collect cars myself. I collect old Indy race cars. I've got a bunch of Millers and things like that, and so that's what I do. And this is a tremendous opportunity to be associated with Window World Cares, with St. Jude's and so forth. But it's like I got to. It's like the car came in after 4 years. It came in for a pit stop, and I get to get in and drive. I mean, that's pretty neat for me. And it's just such a meaningful cause, and it's a wonderful cause to raise the money for St. Jude's. But if we can do this and just raise the awareness of people with their grandchildren and their children, and you know the importance of playing forward the automotive interest, and you know, a lot of people realizing how important the Indianapolis Speedway has been to generations of young men in America, and young women also now. Sometimes I'm not politically, but anyway, you know, my goal is to sell this car and find a buyer for it that donates it to the Indianapolis Museum, because that's where the car belongs. So that's, you know, we're going to raise the money, get the money through Winter World Cares to the hospital at St. Jude's, but then we've got to find that right buyer that puts the car where it belongs, so generations of people can enjoy it and, you know, understand and look at these drivers and the names, and you know, it's a monumental feat to get all these people to sign it.
I guess the piece that's going to happen now is at the Mecum auction in Indianapolis in May, the Stinger is actually going to go up, and all of us, of course, will be present, and we'd love for all the support and cherish and blessed with all the people that are going to help us to make the Stinger be as a big event as we hope it to be, and give as much money as we can to St. Jude in the process.